every country's car culture has its annual ritual. In Australia, it's the Summernats. Australian rev heads kick off the new year with a week-long horsepower festival filled to the brim with hot rods, muscle cars, classics, resto mods, and even cruisers built specifically for the event. Yep, for that 1 week in January, the nation's capital becomes the capital of modded motoring mayhem. One of Summernats' main attractions, Tuff Street, was buzzing, or rather groaning, with the sounds of lumpy cam rides cruising around the compound with the occasional skid or two. Now, for those unfamiliar with the event, Tuff Street is a cruise circuit around the Summernats compound used for, well, cruising. Oh, and the occasional skid or two. If you like your skids a little bit longer and a little bit angrier than what's allowed on Tuff Street, then you head over to Skid Row and let it rip. If you prefer chrome and shiny paint to dust and burnt rubber, then the Mequiars Pavilion is the place for you. This year's showcase was the best yet, with no shortage of automotive candy of all kinds to satisfy even the most demanding connoisseurs. Our favourite was Justin Simpson's HQ Hold Monaro GTS. Now this beast is powered by a nitrous-fed 615 cubic inch big block Chevy. The whole thing is controlled by a Haltech Nexus R5 VCU. It's got a Haltech IC7 dash, a keypad, and a whole lot of sensors. As it turns out, we weren't the only fans of this car, as it won the competition category and came third in the special effects. We'll be doing a full feature on this car soon. Our other long-standing favourite is Glenn Noonan's spectacular 1932 Ford Tudor. The car makes over 600 horsepower thanks to its Haltech-controlled 400 cubic inch blown small block and is now street registered. How cool is that? Okay, it's time to head over to the Haltech Horsepower Heroes Hall, where Adam Rogash's crew from MPW Performance are kept busy with a strong lineup of competitors keen to prove their worth on the dyno.
Well, here we are at Summernats 34. We're in the dyno room, the Haltech Heroes dyno room. We're with Adam Rogash, who has been running the dyno all weekend. Thank you, mate. How's the weekend been? You've seen some big numbers?
Yeah, look, we are seeing some big numbers come through. It's been a little bit slow going due to the pandemic, obviously. But all I can say is it's wild outside those doors. Last night it was absolutely crazy. All of the big cars coming through, I'm really enjoying seeing more and more every year Haltech-powered cars taking out the top spots. It's really starting to step things up.
Well, you know, we're a big fan of horsepower and we're a big fan of Horsepower Heroes, which is why we're here. So it's only fitting that a couple of the cars have got a Haltech on them.
I think it's just the expanding platform, to be honest with you. All of the Barras that we've had over are all running a plug-and-play Haltech, or they've stepped it up to something bigger. And then, as I say, all of the big cars are running a Nexus or an Elite. So it is just, I think the broad platform is covering more vehicles now. So we're seeing a lot more come through the doors. We've had some really cool things like Benny's Cresta making big power. We'll see that soon. We've got another Falcon out there from the boys at ESP making 1,250 horsepower. We've got another VH Commodore built locally here, which is making nearly 1,000. So we should see 3 or 4 cars go over 1,000 today, I'd say.
Just going to say, is there any one particular car you've seen on the weekend that's really impressed you?
Look, I think the boys at ESP have put together a really impressive package, and I think Benny's Cresta, that thing just keeps going and going and doing its job all over again. So both of those cars are super impressive for a 6-cylinder platform.
And what's your prediction for the to take it out? Do you think we'll see? I don't think we'll see another Maria with a 2,000 horsepower Barra this time. But what do you reckon? Who's going to be the top dog?
Look, at the moment, I would say the fight is between Benny and the boys from ESP. So I reckon there's going to be a bit of a punch on there. Friendly punch on, but I reckon there's going to be a bit of a punch on there. Benny's prepared to turn his up. They're prepared to turn theirs up. So we might see a good show in that class.
The 4-cylinder naturally aspirated class included a rotary Mazda, a Toyota, and a Porsche battling it out for the honours. The eventual winner was Shane Cornish's 1974 Mazda 929 wagon. The car's powered by a Renesis rotary engine and uses a Haltech Elite 2500. The boosted 4-cylinder finals featured some iconic vehicles.
Up next on the MPW dyno in the Haltech Horsepower Heroes, we've got Jono's 1200 dyno ute. So it's powered by a 2.2 litre SR20. He's running a Haltech Elite 1500 and he's got a Haltech IC7 dash in there. So let's see how he goes today. Well, Anthony, 620 odd horse from the little Dado. That's enough to take out the 4-cylinder boosted class here at Haltech Horsepower Heroes today. You must be happy with that.
Yeah, we came and did what we wanted to do. That was the goal of the car. We came here 20 years ago with the exact same car, exactly to the day. And back then, with 15 pound, made 315 horsepower odd. And I guess the goal, lifetime thing. And I bought the car back off the owner 3 years ago and rebuilt it all and got it back up to scratch. So I'm pretty happy. It's kind of sentimental to me. Ticked the box that I wanted to tick, and now we'll go all out racing.
So you've essentially doubled the horsepower in the last 20 years. Tell us a bit about the car. What Haltech are you using, and etc.?
Yeah, for sure. We were running back in the old days with the old Haltech E6K. Did really well. Old Hitman used to tune it back in the day. It was really impressive back then, even for the power it was making. I guess I've always had Haltech my whole life, and I'm really happy that we were able to do the same thing. It's got a Haltech Elite 1500 in it at the moment, wideband control obviously, and all the bits and pieces to make it all happen. But yeah, basically, we've been at it for a while to get it to what it is. We probably wanted to make at least what we made on Friday, but different conditions, different days. I think cruising around the route here probably fouled the plugs up a bit, cruising it around. But look, overall I'm really happy that we got the result.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you soon.
Now, the naturally aspirated 6-cylinder class honours went to John Gow with his 1985 Barra Swap XF Falcon. The naturally aspirated V8 class was an all-Holden affair, with Nelson Granger's HJ taking the win with an 801 horsepower run. In the boosted V8 class, the final battle was between Mal Schoch's FGX Falcon and Rick Tom's LQ9 powered VH Commodore. Surprisingly, this year's biggest hitters came in the 6-cylinder boosted class, with all the finalists consistently laying down well over 1,000 horsepower.
Up next on the dyno, we've got Benny and the Barra-powered Cresta. You're familiar with the car. Yesterday he made about 1,200 horsepower. He's going to turn it up. He said he put about 45 or 50 PSI. That's all into the thing. And we'll see what sort of power it makes. Well, here's a guy who needs no introduction to the Haltech YouTube channel, Benny the Mechanical Stig. The Cresta's just come off the dyno. You made just over 1,100 horsepower.
Yeah, mate, it's not a bad little pull. It didn't make as much boost as we were targeting, but primarily the reason for that being we actually set it up at the track. So I said before to the boys, we don't want to go mucking around with those settings here, because the last time we did that when we went back to the track, it took us a while to actually get the boost control sorted again. So, I mean, it is what it is. It made a little bit less than I was expecting. I was kind of hoping to see something with a 12 in front of it, but at the end of the day, the thing's gone 8.1 at 169, so we know it makes the steam.
Yeah, you're 100% right. This is a drag car, not a dyno queen. So you're happy with the number it's made today, and you're still in the running to actually take out the Haltech Horsepower Heroes here at Summernats 34.
Yeah, we're going to give it a crack. I mean, currently we're leading it. We've got the guys at ESP are about to put their FG on, but it ain't over till the fat lady sings, so he's got to make 3 pulls to actually take the crown, so we'll see how he goes.
We're here with Henry, owner of Flexon, the FGX Falcon that has just taken out the Haltech Horsepower Heroes here at Summernats 34 with just over 1,200 horsepower. Dude, you must be over the moon.
Mate, I wasn't even going to enter. We weren't even going to enter this till yesterday, and last second we decided to go in it, and yeah, mate, I'm over the moon.
And mate, you've walked away the champion.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know what to say, mate. This is crazy.
Tell us a bit about the car. How long you had it?
So I bought it about 6 years ago, absolute rock stock. And just over the years, just fiddled around with it, you know, and did this and that to it. In the last 3 or 4 years, we decided to go a bigger build with it, and yeah, we just got to where it is now. Went pretty crazy with it, and kind of wanted to set up to drag race and chase, you know, the 8-second quarter mile. There's still a little bit more we want to do before we go take it to the track, but for now it's good. It drives great on the street. Like, it's got a 2-speed glide in it. Mate, it drives like a dream. It's unreal. So yeah.
That'd be the Haltech Barra Pro plug-in you've got in it, making it like super smooth, yeah?
Right. Yeah, it looks after the car, and it's great. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again, man. Well, the dust has settled here in the MPW Haltech Horsepower Heroes dyno hall. Adam, we didn't see a lot of cars here this weekend. Do you reckon that's a COVID thing? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it is. There's just not the big hitters that are normally here from other states at the moment. So I think anyone who could make it, made it. There's a lot of cars and a lot of activity outside, and there was a lot of lower numbers this year, a lot of kind of your LS-based cars and stuff like that. But I think COVID's definitely affected the numbers, but we still got a show out of it.
We did. We saw some really big 1,200 horsepower barras, which is always fun. Mate, and you elected not to put all show on the dyno, the Savo?
Yeah, we want to get packed up. We want to get going. We've still got to drive back to Melbourne tonight as well. We've had it on the dyno 3 times this weekend. But as I say, even an exhibition run after all the other guys have worked so hard, and then we go and make more power, if that's what would have happened, it's just not fair on the others either. So I think an exhibition the other days worked really well.
And you and the MPW team always do a fantastic job running the dyno here at Haltech Horsepower Heroes at Summernats. So thank you very much again for that one more time.
Yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for hosting it. Without Haltech, this event, or this part of the event, wouldn't really happen the way it does. And my crew as well, they work their butts off all weekend, just so I can walk around and talk to people and sit in the car and give it a rev. So they're the ones behind the scenes making this happen, not me.
Well, thank them for us too. And that's it from today, from this weekend at Haltech Horsepower Heroes at Summernats 34. We'll catch you next time.